Yo, it's good, YouTube. Welcome to a new channel, GFD Beats. I'm Golden Child, 17-year-old producer, rapper. We're about to get to work on this new channel. To start this new channel off, we're just gonna be working on a beginner beat, really showing beginners how to start beats. A video that I wish I had whenever I started. So, without further ado, we're gonna get right into this one. So for this video, I'm gonna use all stock plugins. So to start off, you gotta have your key and your tempo. So tempo, I'm gonna go about 120. Make sure you throw this in song mode and put your pattern inside the playlist. Go to the right click, go to piano roll, go up to this little tool right here and go down to scales. So here you're gonna find the two major scales that we usually use as producers, the Aeolian and minor. Aeolian is just the fancy word for natural minor. So we're gonna use natural minor today, and we're just gonna go with E, and just click on every E. And once you have them all covered up, just hit Control A to select all and drag it out to 8 bars. Control D to deselect. Now, since I'm using stock plugins for this video, because I know that new producers don't have all the fancy new plugins like Nexus, Omnisphere, Keyscape. I don't even have Keyscape, Electra X, Nemesis, stuff like that. We're just gonna go ahead and use the stock plugins and show you guys that you can still, make beats without having Omnisphere and all that stuff. So just gonna go ahead and open up FL Keys. So we're gonna right click, go ahead into the piano roll. Hit Control B to duplicate it all the way through. Go ahead and give this a bass line. Hit Control down to drop the notes in octave. Alright, so what I basically just did right there was just do something over top of it, so it wasn't so Alright, so once you finish your melody, just gonna go ahead and get out of this. Make sure you always rename the instruments, and since we're still using stock plugins, we're gonna open up Citrus. Just went ahead and copy and pasted the last melody into this one. Go ahead and pitch this belly. Go ahead and open up another Citrus and just see if we can find something that we like. so now we're gonna go ahead and get into the percussions of the beat. Go to my drum kit. Actually, no, for kicks, I'm actually gonna go to Nick Myra's drum kits. Or Mira, I'm not sure how to say your name, bro, but shout out him. He has some of the hardest drums I have ever heard. So, like, not being sponsored by him or anything, like, for real, his kits are legit. Like, him, E-True, you know where to find him at. So now we have all the drums I'm gonna use for this. So paste the kick pattern into the 808 pattern. Click on the 808. I always turn off flute points. I don't really like them. Turn the attack down. Turn the hold all the way up. Turn decay, sustain, and release down. Hit Control E. Hit this little flag tool. And go down to detect pitch regions. Here you're gonna find the key of your 808, which is always extremely important. Which basically just plays the 808 and the key that you want it whenever you move it. So it's in C, so it's fine. Go ahead and click on that. And I always take my 808s and pitch them up a couple octaves, so I know what they actually sound like before I actually have them in the low octave. So what we just do is we use the bass line through these right here, which is E, and then right here it comes down to B, or yeah, B. Put a note back here and hit Control L to let go of the notes, which is basically just stretching them out. So and we're just going to be getting some basic slides in here just to fill the emptiness. two steps, and then I'm gonna go into the piano roll and just, you know, spice it up a little bit. So Control A, Shift D, Alt, scroll all the way up, Control D to deselect, and then Control L to look out of the notes. So to get like chop rolls and all that good stuff, you go to your time signature tool, and I usually put it, for this one I'm gonna go 1/3 step, and Control U, highlight the note that you want to use, which is Control click, and then Control U to chop the note. So, but make sure you have the note highlighted that you want to chop, because if you don't, it'll chop every single note selection that you have. So. So Control B to get it over, and now we're just gonna take the melodies and throw them inside the first. I click them in at the first, and then I take the percussion instruments and put it back from 10. So right click on the channel routing, route selected channel starting from this track. So right there. And we're just gonna get a quick mix in. Throw some reverb on this. We're gonna do this little trick with this kick called side chaining. So we're gonna take it, link it to the 808, call it the 808s track, get a free limiter, go to right click, it's on side chain, go to kick, and you bring the threshold down, knee all the way up, and ratio to about 2 to 1. And what this does, however far you pull the threshold down, it's gonna move the 808 out the way with how far you pull the threshold down. So, like for example, ducking. So you just want to do it just enough so the kick survives over the 808. So you saw how it was ducking and everything. You just gotta do it enough so the kick is still, you know, punching through the 808. You don't want the 808 covering the kicker. You know, that just doesn't make sense. So. And you see how like this is like on the other side. I just use this to level it out. And I do it till I can hear it perfectly, right? Because sometimes, you know, you can't always work off of visuals, so you gotta use your own ear. So give a little master. Mastering is really not that hard. This is what I do to master. I just throw a soft clipper on, 3D limiter, bring the attack, release, sustain down, and then bring the cell down to where I like it. So what the limiter does and bring it down just gives it enough clipping, just, you know, punch through the track. So then I go down to FabFilter Pro MB, go to my preset mix. That's basically, you know, how to make beats for beginners. It really wasn't that complicated. As you can see, it doesn't take a lot. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment below. If you have any questions, comment below what you want to see next, because this channel is going to be bringing tons of new stuff in. Make sure you add me on Instagram at @theofficial_GC and add me on Snapchat. I'm adding back the first 100 people that add me. So yeah guys, I'm out.
Marshall.